It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got a showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Bucs and the Jags, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on their in-state rivals to the north, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Two teams just about a 3.5-hour drive from each other on Florida's I-75. The Jags and Bucs are underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year two, one of the game's brightest young stars, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
All right, let's go.
ETN once more. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Draw play, ETN. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So the Bucs now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft, fiery competitor from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jags are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
He'll buy some time right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yaya Diaby. He's the one who got in there. He gets the sack. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this one is incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Well, they don't have any points on the scoreboard. Went for the fake. Maybe they feel like that'll jumpstart them a little bit.
You kind of get the sense that they thought they could come back to the field goal again if they don't create something out of this. But they pick up the 1st down. Maybe they can get 6. At worst case, they line up for another field goal and kick it the next time and get the 3 that they just turned down there for good reason.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now a 2nd and 10. Etienne up the middle. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation.
And take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Mayfield now on 2nd down. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. The Yeoman's effort on that last drive. 7 carries, got the touchdown as well. And the O-line probably got a little extra oxygen on the sideline in between.
And deservedly so, because they were also calling for him to continue to get the ball, because there's a rhythm that gets established, right? When you're running it well and the back's getting the ball and he's in sync and reading blocks, and the offensive line wants to continue to pound away. Haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than he likes to run block. And that last drive, we saw the end result, didn't we?
Yep, and all were rewarded with a trip to pay dirt. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Devin Lloyd able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. He'll take it at the 42. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back now comes Tampa Bay. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. Mayfield off the play fake. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the gun, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Now Etienne to start the drive. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's good for Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones, 42 yards. And the Jags have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Mayfield now. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And again, it's Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to...
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Devon Hamilton in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville.